having so many major technical issues. It's not even funny. It's not fair. How does this? I mean, look at me. Hello, everybody. I'm Blurry G. I mean, it's not even. God, thanks for hey, thanks for waiting. It's Blurry G, everybody. Let me hold on. It don't want to work no matter what I do. All right, we're gonna do it this way. Hold on. I can't get it. It don't want to work. There it goes. Yay! We did it. We did it. Oh, I swear to God. Welcome to GUFON, everybody. What a weird day. You know, you ever have a day that you're like, it is just not right. I get all these. Ugh. Hold on. Yeah, I know. I see it. Hold on. Welcome to GUFON, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. It is, I almost said February. It is April 16th. Sweet 16. Remember those days when you were 16? I don't. Tonight we're going to talk about the most exciting place on earth. 90 miles from Cuba. There's a place they like to call a Cuba. And over there in Cuba, they coming for you. And they coming for me. And they coming for Pasequaga, Calahuacuengo, Mistolofango. You ever watch Saturday Night Live? And they have Big Papi. You know who Big Papi is? Big Papi. Remember? Keenan Wayans would play Big Papi. Big Papi, the baseball player. You people don't even watch sports. Yeah, I know. I thought this would look better. It doesn't. I've worn it once. I'll never wear it on the show again. What is the white stuff? Look at this. It's like I was at a strip club or something. I got glitter all over me. Here we go. There we go. That feels a little. So, yeah, it's strange. Well, today was a very weird day. Today was like 2 days. Now my whole existence is reversed. It is. It's reversed. I went from a normal, right? Everything's normal. Everything's, and now I'm like this. Nothing, I can't gel. I can't sleep at the right hour. I go to bed. This isn't a lie. I go to bed at 1 a.m. Sit there. I go, okay, let me turn the phone off. I'm not watching. I'm going to fall asleep. Can't sleep. I'm so hungry. I'm like, I got to eat. I got no food. All right, wait, no. There's nothing open at this hour. Okay, just go to sleep. Just have sleep for dinner. That's it. Have sleep. It was so, I can't get to sleep during normal hours. I am sleeping. Now it's reversed. I am now going to be living my life at night again, and I didn't want this. I don't like it. It sucks. I want to sleep during the normal hours. My body won't. It just won't. I know what you're saying, and I tried it. You know, you're going to say, you know what, Rich? If you don't sleep, don't go to bed at 8 a.m. Stay up and get very tired. And then by the time 9, 10 p.m. at night comes, you'll be exhausted. Yeah, you'd think that would work, but it doesn't. Mm-mm. I tried it. I tried staying up, didn't go to sleep. The next day, I was so exhausted. I was getting headaches, and I'm a diabetic. I got to eat. I couldn't eat. And that's that. There was no Alien Girl show today, which and I don't have good news either. I didn't want to. I wish it was a dream. I'm going to say something now and try not to get emotional. Um, so let me say it. The longer I'm in this field, I meet all kinds of people, good people, and some of them don't live their entire lives out. Some of them do, some don't. And we lost Coral Ann, right? That was terrible. And now I get a text message today from Shane Reed's mom, who's saying he's in hospice right now, and well, this was this morning. He may have hours, maybe a day or two, but he's in hospice, and Shane Reed has been with me from the beginning. And a couple of years ago, he had reached out to me and told me he was I can't. I said I wouldn't get emotional, but it is so hard. Sorry. Just bear with me a second, okay? I'm sorry. It is just tough. But his mom said that, yeah, he's not going to make it. So I can't help it. I'm so sorry. But Shane Reed, this is getting ridiculous now. But Shane Reed, we'll miss you. And maybe we'll do a little something for him. I, didn't do it today, but we'll put something together. So. Wow. I mean, I didn't get this emotional with my dog. I did, but I can't. I just, it's so tough sometimes. Yeah. So Shane Reed, has passed or is passing, and his mom will let me know. So anyway, your prayers, we appreciate it. I can't talk. I just can't. I'm like, it's too much right now. I'll be fine in a second. It's just saying it makes it real, Anyway, a couple of years ago, he told me he was passing away and may have a few months, and that's that. He reached out and told me that, God dang it. Anyway, he was part of the show. I'm so sorry, guys. Give me another second.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins along with the panel tonight. Brent Cousins, Paula Asteria, and Dr. J. We're looking at videos from around the world. This one from New York City. Take a look.
Ahí Gonorrea está acercando. Y la gente ahí como si nada jugando, la gente jugando como si nada, Ay. Para que veas que si coge el celular se va a marica. En pleno yo. Pero la primera vez que veo una cosa de esa. ¿Qué se hizo? ¿Qué se hizo? Ahí arriba. No, eso es lo nuevo de Tesla. Espera. Si me que me queda con esto aquí. Perro. Ahí. Ya está chimbada, se dejó venir.
There we go. We're looking at this video. It's making the rounds on the internet, seen tens of thousands of times. We're going to look at it closer tonight and give our opinions of what we're looking at, including new UFO videos from around the world. Brent, you brought this to my attention first. Your thoughts on it?
Yeah, like you said, it's a kind of everybody's looking at this video and thinking that this is the real deal. What we know so far is that we know how things work, and we're looking at this really closely, and we're seeing manipulation, in my opinion. We're seeing kind of the tracking and the locking that you do maybe in After Effects, and you see it losing its match. Unfortunately, in my opinion, I think this is definitely fake.
You know, when I first look at this, it looks really incredible to me. Like, it almost looks like something out of Dune, the way the edges on the ship are curved, the craft or whatever it is. But you know what gets me is, why is it just hanging there? It's just kind of hanging there and sort of spinning around, and I don't know. But it definitely looks cool at first, but I just don't understand why it's hanging there like that.
You know, when I'm looking at this a little closer,
I was gonna say it's a light post.
I think Brent's
Street light.
proper on the language.
It's a Ouija
kinda
board. It's a
stands out
planchette.
that the locking tracking system falters, and then you see some.
All right, we'll come back. All right, so I'm okay now, but I needed a few. My God. So Shane Reed, a couple of years ago, tells me he's got cancer, and he may only have a few months to live. And I'm like, bro, you'll make it, you'll beat it. And he's like, no. Came back and he said, no, this time it's for real. I'm not gonna make it. It spread too much, and he fought for Nick. He was only supposed to be around for a couple more months, and he stayed around almost 3 more years. Visited us on the show, and just give a little prayer out for Shane Reed. So I can't even do the normal voice for Shane Reed, everybody. Anyway, you just never know. Just even though he knew, it's like, it was only 42? Young. Sucks. Anyway, so I'm going to skip roll call tonight. Obvious reasons. And let's move on. I want to thank you, say Phil McCorrick, for the $5 for any trials for upcoming trespass. Oh my God. You won't believe what's coming up on that other channel. I think what I'm going to do on the other channel is I'm going to go out twice a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, whenever it is. And I'm going to get enough data, enough videos that I could make 2 or 3 out of them. And put them all up one at a time. I don't know what I'm going to do with that channel, but let me tell you something. It is addicting going out there in public, and all these people want to talk to you. It's crazy. It is absolutely insanity how many people beep their horn. They think you're somebody else. They stop. Some people want to give you money, and I'm like, what the? They think I'm some other guy, I think. And I know because I'm wearing the mask that guy would wear, which I don't want to do anymore. I'm going to get a black one. But for the time being, it's the logo of the new channel, the Men in Black man with that Men in Black hat. So the mask I wear is that guy, the anonymous guy. Yeah. So that gets a lot of attention. But it's moving along, man, Phil. Thank you very much. No videos up yet, but they're going up this week. Maybe tomorrow I'll put a little something on the new. Thanks for that. Thank you. Appreciate the support. $5, thanks. You can help support GUFON the same way. Super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App. Julian sent $6. Thank you very much on PayPal. You can help support GUFON through PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat, Super Sticker, or be a member. All the links are in the show description. And thank you, Julian, for the $6. It says $5.70, but I believe it was $6 at one time. It's just a fee or something. Yeah, it doesn't say. Oh, yeah. Yeah. 27 cents. All right, man. Thank you, Julianne. Appreciate it. And let's move along. Thanks for the support. Appreciate it. Don't forget, all the links are in the show description. And yeah, we're We're still alive after 20 years. 20 years doing this shenanigans. There's meaning to our madness, right? Isn't there a method to the meaning or something like that? Something like that. Let me take a look. Oh, God. Hold on. I got to crack my neck. Hey, you know what? Huh. Yeah. What's up, Marcel, Joey, Zach, Phil, Metalhead, Daniel? What's up? Tony, David Wilcox, Anomalies and the Real Deal. No Samo? Kelly Lewis, how are you? Brooke is, what do you say? Joey, what do you do? Anomalies and Real Deal. Hey, Kelly Lewis. I know, I said I wasn't going to do anything. I'm just saying hi. Tony, Lorraine, Renee. Renee. Good to see you. Moody Mongol. What's this? The Road Managers keep going. It's odd thing. Say 80 years' time. People will watch this show, chat, and we will all be on the great UFO in the sky. I hope so. I hope so. Where's Streetlight Mike? Oh, Streetlight Mike from the video we were watching from Third Phase? Yeah. Streetlight Mike. I almost forgot about Streetlight Mike. What is going on? Oh, my God. I thought I heard some. The AJB, Alfie Joe Bob sent $20 on PayPal. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, man. So I'm talking street. Says the next 20 years, Rich. Thank you very much. Thank you. 20 for 20. I got the best. You guys are the best, really. Thank you for your support. And being here, which is the most important thing. We just, we need to be a tight group. We've got our tight group, and that's what we're doing. We're now moving on away from all the unnecessary drama, all the unnecessary people in our lives. Moving forward, never backwards. Thank you very much, AJB. Thank you. Every night I see you. I see everybody. Sorry about that beginning of the show, man. I can't believe I was like that. I didn't get that bad with my dog, but at least with my dog, I had a whole day. I had a whole day to cry. I know it's different, but yeah, once I started talking about Shane being a family member of GUFON, it just hit me. It was just like, I didn't expect it, because before I wanted to talk about it, I was like, yeah, I can do it. I can talk about it. I don't think I'll get emotional, but I did. I mean, I just couldn't stop. Couldn't stop. Weird. Anyway, we were watching Third Phase of Moon video. I want to get back to that. Where I live, there are so many UFO sightings and history here. The town I live in, Brooksville, was known as the UFO capital of the world for like a week or something in the 60s, 70s. It was a UFO abduction sighting and everything. And this guy built a UFO, which I think was his house, or he could sleep in it or something like that. Yeah, right here in good old Brooksville. It's crazy. But what I thought of was going to downtown Brooksville and officially get a UFO put out on the front lawn of the Capitol. That's all I want. That's all I want. If we were the UFO capital for that short amount of time, let's honor that. Actually, they do with that guy's house. Supposedly, he's got the UFO that he built in front of his house. I just don't know where it is. I wanted to go by there and meet the guy and everything and talk to him. I know he's not that far from me. Let me see if I can. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Huh? All right, let's see. Let's take. I don't know what is going to happen here. Whoa! Hold on. It's coming up. I don't know what I'm. Let me see if this is worth.
South Floridian spotting a strange sight in the sky, and no, it's not aliens, but it is something that's pretty out of this world. 7's Alex Browning is live in Miami to explain. Alex.
That's not what I was supposed to see. That's what bugs me about clickbait. Clickbait is a lie. That's why people don't like clickbait. Because clickbait is just to get you to read, see, listen to the story. It doesn't have any connection with it, you know, and that's how I feel this story was going, but we'll watch it anyway. It's not what we thought, not what I thought, but nice to see how they talk about UFOs.
Also in the news now, a lot of South Floridians spotting a strange sight in the sky, and no,
She's
it's
cute.
not aliens, but it is something that's pretty out of this world. 7's Alex Browning is live in Miami to explain. Alex, what's going on?
Yeah, Alex, South Florida buzzing this morning about what could potentially be up in the sky. A lot of speculation, but it is something normal. Let's go ahead and show you what folks saw this morning. This is video from outside the 7 newsroom in North Bay Village. This is what so many across South Florida spotted this morning in the sky, wondering what it could be. The odd object spotted from the Broward Palm Beach.
I want you to look at that shape for a moment. It's a very familiar shape. The teardrop, diamond shape. Sometimes if people don't focus in, you know, they see this object and they think it's a big alien head. It's a humanoid alien being with the nice. It's a tail for attacking small children and animals for dinner.
Beach County line all the way south
As I was
to
told.
Miami. Well, what was it? We found out.
To climb aboard the first spacecraft powered by
No
the winds
way.
of change.
The object, a balloon prototype for the space tourism startup company known as Worldview. They were performing a test
I don't know. Did it look like that to you? This did look nothing like what we saw.
flight as they develop a balloon-carried capsule to take people to the stratosphere that's about 23 miles above Earth.
Does that look like this?
Video from
Does that look like this? No. Not even this part looked similar, but then they had this underneath and the long string. They don't know what they're doing. This is a weather balloon. I don't know. I'm just kidding. That just doesn't look like, you know, this. I'm telling you. I mean, it's got to be a hot air alien balloon. All right. Channel 7. Floridians in southern Florida, Floridians saw something strange in the sky. At 8:45 this morning, people noticed this. And then they show you, oh, haha, what is it? It looks just like a balloon, Mary. Oh, haha, John. That's what the aliens want us to think. But we think we know where it came from and what it is. But Florida, my friends, Gulf Breeze, Florida. Shall I bring you to Gulf Breeze and show you what went on in the 80s? Do you remember the 80s? Nobody remembers the 80s except for Gen Xers. Sorry. Hold on, let me check. Good. Still alive. Am I? All right. Let's get back to this was from Third Phase of Moon. Let's go back. New video last night from Third Phase. We'll continue where we left off. Should I change my shirt? No.
Some imperfections, especially when it takes off at a super
Welcome to
fast rate of
GUFON,
speed.
everybody.
Again, a kind of an indicator, but I think what we're looking at again is manipulated. Dr. J, your thoughts on this one?
You know, first I got excited excited and thought this is very similar to TR-3B or the Belgian UFO that was a very famous photo caught in. But then I started to look more closely. It actually looks fairly small. And I started to think, is it a drone? But there's no rotors for it, like a quadcopter. But at the same time, it's still fairly small to me. So is it a model? I'm not convinced.
We're losing Dr. J here, but it seems that the people in Mexico are picking up on this, and they're asking if this is some kind of UFO captured. And we're looking at the people. There's the social media. You might want to reach out to them, and maybe they'll come forward and share their original metadata from the video to back up their claims. But again, at one point, it seems right when it takes off that you almost see it disappear for a split second. Again, maybe bad rotoscoping.
Yeah, all the above. People say that there's so much CGI out there, and how can you tell if a UFO is real? Well, these are the telltale signs right there. When you see something like this and you see that the locking is not correct, and they're really trying to do a good job. They're moving from left to right, trying to make it seem like it's in a real action. But again, my opinion, false. New video coming up. Check it out. Just out of Puna, Hawaii.
Oh, that was strange editing, guys.
So basically, a fleet of...
I just wanted to finish the first one. We'll get back to them later on. All right. Oh, God, it looks like my computer restarted again. See, now, I don't know how this is happening without me seeing all the screens popping up to tell me, hey, we restarted. So now I'm going through all of them and getting them all the stuff activated, because it is ridiculous how I don't understand why every day it has to restart. Every single day. I leave it on, yeah. I don't turn it off. I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid it's never going to turn on again. So I leave it on the whole time. There we go. So Jeremy Corbell has all the hallmarks of a paid Pentagon disinfo agent. Says Jeremy from Alien Scientist. He gained massive popularity seemingly out of nowhere and has promoted nothing but frauds and lies since he came to the scene. Get this clown off the microphone. Amen. It's time for Corbell to hang it up. No, I'm not joking. We have got to get this guy out of ufology, or nobody ever talks to this guy again. But he's got his own platform, channel on, he's popular for all the wrong reasons. Jeremy Corbell is a piece of garbage. He's trash. He's white trash with money. That's what it is. He is. He's pure white trash. He is. Jeremy Corbell's reputation in this field is so horrendous. With everybody he's ever come in contact with, everybody I have met and spoke to that has known this guy personally says he's a douchebag. Stay away from him. So why in God's effing name does the mainstream media keep fucking around with this bitch? Because it's disinfo. Makes sense. Prick. Go back in the hole from where you came. Take nap with you.
My name is Jeremy Corbell. I've been following this UFO thing for quite some time. I'm not a crazy person. I'm a normal person. I really just need to know, is there a way that you might be able to give me a briefing and basically tell me the landscape of this world so that I can understand it just a little bit better?
What happens to people when their fundamental beliefs, the bedrock of their understanding, explodes into a million pieces? When something comes careening from out of the blue, and it messes with everything we know.
I probably cursed too much. I'm sorry. This is an average day, man. George and I, we work on this every damn day. And this is not a job that we get paid for. I actually have a real job.
He should never show his legs again.
But luckily it's real estate.
Wow.
It's, I buy and my wife and I fix up properties. So this UFO thing is because we want to know the truth.
Yeah. Did you see his hand? That's a great catch, bro. Cosmic Judas made this, I think. That's a tell right there. He doesn't give a shit. Watch what he says, then watch what his arm did. That's why he focused on it. It's called body language.
Because we want to know the truth.
You want to know the truth? Throw your hand up. Keep the other one in the pocket. You see the passive-aggressive nature? That is him. Mr. Passive-Aggressive. Remember when I called him? How dare you call me, he says. When we were live and we called him on the show 4 years ago. How dare you call me on my phone, he says. I'm sitting there going, are we supposed to call people on their phones? You email. He's telling me like I'm a child, doesn't know me. And he goes, you need, to do this. You need to email me if you want to talk to me. Oh, why do you have a phone? Then he says he doesn't want to talk to me on the show because I opened up with the first thing I said is, Jeremy, yeah, oh yeah, you're live on that. And he goes, I'm live. Yeah, GUFON, name of the show, GUFON. Yeah, I don't know a GUFON. He knew exactly who we were. He just said that to be, I had never heard of you. That's all you do is watch. So here's a message. And I am officially going to make videos like this for certain people. I'm going to make one again for Tucker Carlson. Now that he's no longer with Fox and has his own thing, maybe he'll have us on, right? Get the other side of ufology. For Christ's sakes, you had the January 6th doofus on there. I mean, Amy had him on too. But that guy's out of his mind. Out of his mind. Batshit crazy. He is. So a message to Corbell, and I'll make an official video, but I'll probably post it from here. Here we go. Jeremy Corbell and your so-called mentor and friend, George Knapp. Please, please, please leave ufology. You guys have done nothing but promote the biggest bullshit lie in the history of the field. We all know, even if it's not true, you have come to show yourself as disinfo agents. Now, agent is a strong term to use for a couple of pinheads like you. Pinhead, I'm being nice. I didn't say charlatan. I didn't say hoaxers. I didn't say liars yet. Did I? I did. Well, you deserve everything because nothing good has ever come from you. Not even Bob Lazar. And I mean you, George Knapp, and I mean you, Jeremy Corbell. Everything you do turns to dust, turns to shit, turns to nothing. Everything you've brought to this field has brought us 2 steps backwards. Imagine going back 18 steps because all 9 videos and evidence you've ever brought out were not what you said they were. So what are you doing? What's your goal in ufology? You want the truth? Is that what you want? The truth? Well, you have done very little in the way of finding anything that we could call evidence, let alone truth. Please leave ufology today. And if you don't, well, there'll be more videos. And they won't be nice. All right. Leave ufology. Get out. GTFO. Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp. And George, you're guilty by association. You gave Jeremy the key to your domain. He had access to all your contacts, access to your history, access to your evidence, which I don't know where it is. However, it's all a lie. Because everything you've ever shown, everything you've ever talked about has been a lie. And I want to know why. But the thing is about Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp, they look like and think they're good people. You two are the most awful people in ufology. And then Jaime Maussan. Imagine that. Jaime Maussan's underneath you, and he's showing it the whole world fake shit right now. But you know what? We know. Jaime's in Mexico. He's got his following out there. 55 million people see Jaime every day. Jeremy Corbell just gets hundreds of thousands. Jesus Christ. I can't believe that guy gets that much for lying. What is it? Why do we keep this guy in mainstream news? Why? Because he's disinfo. You don't want somebody telling the truth, giving the truth, showing the truth. That's not what the government does with UFOs and aliens. So we know your game. We know what you're up to. We've always known. It's just, how can we stop somebody in the United States who has freedom of speech? You can't. I mean, you can, but, we're not going to go the Tim Burchett style, 2 in the back, 1 in the front. So you keep doing what you do, bringing out your disinformation, and I've got to keep doing what I do. As long as you're here, I'm here. I won't go away, and I won't stop trying to get you banned, boycotted from being spoken to. It is my life's mission right now to get you out of this field for good. Rich from GUFON, fuck you. Sorry. Sorry for those who don't like swearing, but that was definitely called for. The guy's a clown. He's a shill. And we still talk about him because he's that bad. He's so bad. Everything about that guy is bad. He is not a good person. Can you imagine having that reputation as a shithead and people still... And George Knapp, what are you doing? Why would you ever ruin your career to be with this guy? What's in it for you, dude? I don't get it. You got the guy up and running. Now get the fuck out of here. Go back to your own life. Leave Corbell alone. You don't need him. You never needed him. Don't you get it, Jack? He's used you the entire time and you allowed it. You felt bad for Jeremy for some reason. Just like Jim Goodall did when Corbell stayed with him for a couple months and was a dick about it. And then one day he just gets up and leave. No buying food, nothing, no money, no rent. Didn't even thank Jim Goodall from what I remember. Just a dick. Pure, entitled pussy. And I will say it to your face. No, I don't give a shit about your faggy karate. Like, we all know some sort of fighting. So use your little Bruce Lee tactics. It won't work. You don't have the leg strength to throw a kick anymore, bitch. Please let me meet Jeremy Corbell someday. Please. God, I just need to meet that fucker. Face to face. I will never, ever give up. And never. I want him out. That's my new mission. Do you know that? I'm not joking around. I mean that. I mean this with all due. This is my new goal. This is it. I'm starting it on the next 20 to get rid of these people. Seriously. I'm going to call the networks. I'm going to never stop, Corbell. I am going to make sure you are not going to be in mainstream media anymore. I know. It's impossible, right? Nothing's impossible. I've already got the video set up to email showing that you're a shithead. You and George. Poor George. He had it made. He didn't need you. You needed him, you using bitch. God, I wish I could meet you. I wish I could. I know, not with my foot, but even with the foot. All right. Yeah, there's a little more UFO freaking lies. What is this shit? The Galactic Federation aliens, humans aren't ready? Really? And the fact that you even think there's a Galactic Federation out there tells me you don't know anything.
Aliens exist and President Trump knows about it. That's according to Israel's former space security chief in an interview with an
We know this stupid jerk off.
Israeli newspaper. He said the aliens have been waiting until today for humanity to develop and reach a stage where we will understand in general what space and spaceships are. NBC News chief global correspondent Bill Neely explains this one.
Hold on. Does anybody here know what space and spaceships are? I think we can meet them. I think it's okay. How old is this video? Why am I playing this old video? It won't move. Oh, because it's for Max. All right.
Hi, Alison. Well, this is quite a story, and it comes from the man who headed Israel's space security program for nearly 30 years. Chaim Eshed is making the extraordinary claim that the United States and Israel have been in contact with a group of aliens for years, not immigrants, but extraterrestrials. He has called them the Galactic Federation of aliens, and he says President Trump is aware of the existence of these aliens and had been on the verge of revealing their secrets, he claims, but was asked not to do so by the Federation.
Oh, of course. Of course. Oh, no. But Chaim Eshed can say that the aliens talked with Trump, but Trump can't say it. Do you know how stupid that sounds? If Trump can't talk about it, how does Howdy Doody Cheyenne know about it? He's a former ex-Israeli dick. I mean, he knows nothing. How stupid does that sound? He actually said, President Trump knows about the aliens at the Galactic Federation, but he can't talk about it. You just did! You see how stupid that sounds? You just did. But Trump didn't. Well, he can't because they told him not to. Shut the front door. You know? How does he know? Do you see the stupidity in people when they lie? How stupid do they think we are? Well, pretty darn stupid because a lot of people believe that Galactic Federation bullshit. Stupid! And if Trump knew about it, he'd say it. There were aliens out there, and they come from China. That's what he would say. China. That's C-H-I, ner.
In order to prevent what he calls mass hysteria. Well, the retired general says the US and Israel have kept it from the public because, quotes, humanity isn't ready.
Oh, but we're going to tell you. Humanity's not ready. Guess what? Aliens are out there. You just told us. Do you see why it's not real? If it was true and aliens didn't want us to talk about them being here, they wouldn't have given that guy the knowledge to say that aliens don't want any crazy shit on Earth, so they're not going to let us know they're there. But you just said they're up there. You can't. You don't. You know. No. N-O-E. It's so, yeah, we are dumb. We're dumb. Humans are dumb. We're not smart. We're stupid. We're barely above apes. Barely. And when I mean that, I mean chimps. I mean chimpanzees, not orangutans. Although I know a few circus tangs, you know what I mean? Giddy up.
And the aliens don't want to reveal themselves until humanity can evolve, he says, and understand what space really is. Well, the good news is that he claims an agreement has been reached between the US government and the aliens, a contract to do experiments here. There's also, he says, a secret underground base on Mars.
Oh my God, that is so true.
Where there are American and alien representatives.
Chaim Hashed asshole. Where's your proof? Oh, you heard stuff. Just like 40 whistleblowers heard shit. Give me a break. This whole entire system has failed. They need to come up with something new. And when I say they, I mean, I don't even know who they are. Who's writing all these scripts, right? Who's coming up with all this stuff? All right, let's watch the next video from Third Phase of Moon.
UFOs right here on the big island of Hawaii. People were
I don't
looking
like
up in
this
the night
one.
sky, and they captured it on film. A lot of people are speculating that this is Starlink, and I did some research. We looked up any kind of Starlink activity during the hours that.
You got to be off your rocker if you think that's Starlink. Starlink's in a straight line, yo-yos.
This was captured last night, and none of that was in
right,
the area.
Joey?
And obviously, it doesn't look like Starlink to me. What we're looking at is a cluster of UFOs at high altitude.
Yeah.
And Puna is a very
probably
kind of rural area of the Big Island. There's not much activity out there, and I don't see any kind of amateur drone.
Thank you.
Out there launching a bunch of stuff out there.
I love
What's going on is
humanzees.
something
I dated a
unexplained at this
humanzee
moment.
before.
Yeah, good call on that, Blake. We
She
know
went
Puna
ape
very
over me.
well. Again, we've lived on this island quite some
I'll be here
time.
all
This
night
place
for
isn't
another
known
40
for
minutes.
drone shows or anything like that. What these guys are capturing is something unknown. We're looking at, again, a fleet of UFOs. Kind of, is it behind the clouds or in front of the clouds? It's really hard to tell, but they're traversing up there. The big question is, what is it?
Yeah, you know, what's really fascinating about this to me is that, you know, during the UFO congressional hearings, or I'm sorry, the UAP congressional hearings, they talked a lot about most of the sightings happening in Hawaii, or a majority of them. So there's something about that, whether it's the volcanic activity that has this piezoelectric energy, maybe it like attracts this sort of phenomenon. Who knows? But definitely very interesting.
Thank you, Apollo. We'll come back to the next one. I think that's how I'm going to do Third Phase videos periodically throughout the show. I don't know. I'm just trying it for tonight. Hey, Jeanette. Andrew Rollins, Mike Denmark, Rich. But can you really be 100% sure of this, Rich? There is some kind of alien presence here on Earth, and you've experienced. No. I know what I've experienced, okay? I understand, but the mind can do a lot of crazy things we're not sure of. Here's what bothered me. When I had woken up from what I thought was a dream, I know I was awake. I know it in my heart. It felt real, and I woke up with pain in my left ear, laying on my right side, and I woke up from the pain and saw a bluish whitish reflection from somewhere hitting the headboard as I'm laying there like this, and I open my eyes, and as soon as I open my eyes, I hear this in my ear, like a high squelching digital noise, and I turn around like this, like I'll do it in slow motion, and I see this beam like right at my eye level, because I turned and my head was right where the ear was. So as I turn, I see the beam right here. I see the tip of it, and it was bright white, and there was a tinge of blue, and it's retracting very fast. And as I turn around, it's now the light is going into the hand of what appears to be a 3.5 foot, 4 foot tall alien gray. And when I saw the light getting close to his hand, the tip of the beam was brighter than any other part. And when it got closer to its body, you could see the color, like many different colors, kind of like a rainbow effect when you put dishwashing soap in your sink and you see the rainbow colors. Yeah, the body changed. You can see all different colors. It was cool. It was like translucent even. It was like you could see the insides of the being, but you couldn't. I can't explain it. It was kind of cool. Probably wearing a suit, but this all happened, like that. Like, here's how fast it was. Sleeping, pain, straight, and that's it. That was it. So in that whole time, I turn around, and then all of a sudden it's gone. A couple of nights later, I'm sleeping the other way, and this ear hurt. And before I could lift my head, I was already up with the pain. And I go to lift my head, and something prevents me from lifting. And you know when somebody whispers in your ear and you can feel their breath touch the hair fibers on your ear? And they say,
I'll be in your head before you wake up.
Sprang out of, stood straight up. Nothing was there. But I felt it. Oh, I just got goosebumps on that side. And when my wife wakes up from the commotion I made, turning on the lights and bouncing on the bed, even though we had a Tempur-Pedic bed. Woke her and the dog up. What's happened? Oh, you won't believe. Da, 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 da. And she's like, same thing as the other night. I'm like, yeah, let's just say that. And then I explained the story to her. And then I get to the part and I go, and it sounded like this, honey.
I'll be in your head before you wake up.
And I go, wait a minute. That's my voice. Wait a minute. I'll be in your head before you wake up. What does that mean? I'll be in your head before you wake up. To me, that sounds like I'm putting a listening, watching, viewing device in your brain so we can see everything you do forever. And that's what we are. That's who we are. And that's why we get abducted, so they can repair us. All I know is when they wrote the Bible, the average age expectancy on this planet was 30 years old. We've literally doubled it and a little some extra percentage points. 76 to 77 years old. That's the average. Anyway, I don't know why we're abducted. When I had that experience, I've always taken from it that it is exactly what they told me. I'll be in your head before you wake up. I'm going to be in your head, and I'm not going to allow you to do what you want. You have no free will. Is this how it works? See, this is the thing that I've always thought about. Is that how they control us? They're actually in our heads. It's actually us controlling the avatar of us, our essence, our being, our personality, our soul. It's basically put into these meat sacks, right? And they put our brain in there, they clean it up, but they can't clean it until we're just born. Once we come out of the womb, the signal hits the baby, and then everything's downloaded into the baby's head. Not only that, in the first 3 years, all your memories are removed and replaced with nothing. No, I don't believe that. Yeah, I don't believe it. Could be true, though. I mean, what better way to have a zoo of you? It's the best way. I'll be in my own head before I wake up. This is me in the alien form. Yeah, you too. Every one of us. This is exactly what the Matrix said. Why do you think those sentient things came after them? Remember what they said? For one sentient, whatever they're called, there's one for every human. Sounds biblical to me. One for every human. One sentient to destroy all the others. One for each of you. And that's what I believe. I believe we are not who we think we are. We're living in a world that was created for us. And everything out there, the animals, the water, everything, it's for us. Just like the Bible said. Right? If you want to go that route, that's not my route. But, not everything can be a lie. There's some truths to that Bible, I'm sure. But But I don't know why a brother and sister, Adam and Eve, weren't they brother and sister and they had to get together and create us? See, I don't know about that. Oh, I got to whittle this and take this and shove it into that. And we're not going to call it sex, mind you. I was going to say, yeah, he whittled a bone into her. Yeah, that's what he did. He willed his bone into her. He didn't whittle anything. Anyway, you know what I mean. Friggin' China. It's all China's fault. China. China. What was this? Yeah. Well, we don't know if there, and again, thank you, Mike Denmark. There is some kind of alien presence here on Earth. Well, we don't know that. And when we say alien, we're not even sure about that, are we? Why couldn't they have been on Earth before the existence of the dinosaurs? Right? What happened before those dinos? That was only, 360 million years ago? 500 million years ago, all the continents were one. What did they call that? The Pangean Express or something? Yeah, it was something like that. But they weren't always together. See, what I think's happening is the Earth being, 4 billion years old now, those continents are always moving. Bing, right? And then bango. And I'm sure they're going to come together and be one again. And then they're going to break apart and be pieces again. It's a constant recycling of what's on the surface. The Earth automatically cleanses itself continually with hurricanes, volcanoes, earthquakes. That's the way the Earth cleanses itself. Just like we do. Everything we do, the Earth does. We cleanse ourselves. We go to the bathroom. That's like a volcano exploding. It is. It is. With, stuff coming out. Rocks, right? Coming out from the center of our body, the center of Earth. See how it's all the same? We are the Earth. The Earth is us. The solar system is us. One planet for one species that works. They gave us the whole solar system to enjoy, but only one planet. And if you were far away and you were to try to find Earth, I don't think you'll be able to even see it, because in the Goldilocks zone, and as small as the Earth is, you would have to know exactly where to look to see the Earth, because the sun is so GD bright. It would blur it out, unless they have a different type of camera like we do that can see in different spectrums. But I don't know. We're pretty secluded in a very far branch of our galaxy, our star system galaxy, a star-shaped galaxy, which is also put into question. Like, how do they know what the galaxy looks like? How do they know it's a spiral? We don't have cameras out there looking back at us. I mean, we do. One just, left into interstellar a couple of years ago. Voyager. So, anyway. Elizondo. Wow. What did Shannon Scott mean by this? Wait, what is this? I don't need this. Oh, no. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, okay, I got it already. Hold on. Let me show you this. Elizondo. Apparently, people are going after King Milkfart again. The drama. King Milkfart was on this show. And in my opinion, put out any suspicion of him being an asshole liar. That guy proved himself to not be a liar and a jerk while he was on this show. Now there's more stuff being said about him. I don't get it. Everything that's put up about him has been taken out of context or just a bold-faced lie. And this guy every day goes through these wars with people, and I don't get it. He must like it, I'm thinking. Anybody who keeps doing it must like it. Right? On January 15th last year, Elizondo follows serial harasser King Milkfart. February 21st, 2023, King Milkfart's victims hold a space with Shannon Scott, a friend of Lou's, highlighting King Milkfart's harassment. Scott says he will notify Elizondo of King Milkfart's behavior. And then on February 22nd, the next day, Shannon Scott shares a King Milkfart made meme with Lou and on Twitter. This is so ridiculous to me. First of all, I don't think King Milkfart's doing anything bad like that. I don't think he would do anything to put himself in a resting position. That guy's smarter than these other people, all of them combined, I think. They just don't like him because he's smarter than them. It's true. Just like we are. We're smarter than them. Well, anyway, this is a long video, but I just want to show you a couple of things that are going on with Boohoo Lou and the hate groups.
Shannon Scott says he will notify Elizondo of King Milkfart harassment. The following day, he retweets King Milkfart. On January 15th, 2023, Lou Elizondo followed the serial harasser and doxer King Milkfart on Twitter, who at that time was actively harassing various members of UFO Twitter.
Papa Lou, I beg you please make my life with a follow. But if not, that's okay too. You will forever be my hero.
Ask and ye shall receive, LOL. Thanks, man.
No, words. Should have sent a poet.
One crew, one boat, one mission if I was only a poet, but sadly I am not. I will leave the poetry to the romantic and those qualified. P.S. Love the beach scene.
All aboard. Oh, and just for the sake of credit where credit is due, sir, that glorious scene on that beach was our one and only true Dutch master artiste. Fettuccine split.
Dreams come true. Congrats, dude.
Thank you. They sure do.
Congrats, buddy. Everything in your life has led to this moment.
On February 21st, 2023, many of King Milkfart's victims gave testimony to Lou Elizondo's close friend, Shannon Scott.
First of all, this cuck of a man, this beta chimp of a male, is the biggest fraud and deserves every negative thing that ever happens to him, her. Rob Heatherly, I wish you the worst, and I hope your fucking family has the same exact bad experience as you. I wish you the worst, and I hope and pray someday we meet. Pussy.
Scott, explaining King Milkfart's harassment and the effect Elizondo's endorsement would have on UFO disclosure.
It's Elizondo.
I wanted to welcome Shannon to the space. Thank you so much for your service, sir, and B, and every other vet that can hear me at this point. Michael as well. Lots of love. And
now, do you hear her mouse clicking? Remember yesterday I talked about the jelly mouse that I have and the keyboard? Listen, you can hear her clicking away. I hate that shit.
Michael as well.
See? Did you hear it? Chick-kick, chick-kick.
Lots of love and Michael as well.
Click.
Lots of love, and I just want to welcome you to the space. We're discussing some stuff that's going on.
Wow, she's got a personality that'll put you right to sleep. Jesus, how boring are you when listen to her speak? It's terrible.
Scott, explaining King Milkfart's harassment and the effect Elizondo's endorsement would have on UFO disclosure.
Pussies.
I wanted to welcome Shannon to the space. Thank you so much for your service, sir. And
Let's welcome Shannon to the space. Thank you for your service, sir. Thank you. I mean, I'm doing more than what that idiot sounds like. She's horrible. I don't care. Terrible. No person, these people have no idea what it's like to even speak in an entertaining manner. I'm sitting here with Lou Elizondo, and it is a real pleasure to meet you. I mean, that's their personality. Seriously?
And B, and every other vet that can hear me at this point, my goal is...
I mean, you don't script an intro for the person you have coming on. That's her first mistake. Oh, I'm going to have Lou Elizondo. Lou Elizondo. Oh, I got to write a script. And now that I'm reading the script, to you, that I wanted to make sure that you were sublime in knowing that you are most welcomed here on my podcast. I am sitting here with Elizondo. Sorry, I'm so nervous. Elizondo, and sir, with all due respect, we at this point want to say thank you. Thank you for coming on our show, and that you will expedite disclosure. Lou Elizondo. Good Lord, put me to bed. God, what a horrible person.
And abuse, division tactics.
Listen to the mouse.
This guy who's terrible, and
you hear
he's
it?
doing it all in the name of Lou. Like, he loves Lou, and we know that you know Lou. So, I invited you here to see.
Listen to it.
Know that there's, something going on here, and people are feeling unsafe. And they're being threatened and all kinds of other stuff. And so just wanted to.
I can't listen to that chick. I mean, God Almighty. Shane Reed, I'm coming with you. Poor Shane. The Galactic Federation. God, are we living... I can't help any of you anymore at this point. If you want to help support Truthology for Ufology, you know what to do. All the links are in the show description. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Everybody knows. So, there's a place in Fort Lauderdale. Is it Miami? I think it's Miami. Where this is a real interesting thing. I'm learning a lot about Florida, about the UFO sightings out here. The one thing that seems to be true is there's a ton of UFOs from the most southern point of the continental United States, 90 miles from Cuba. These people see UFOs every night. They claim every night. I'm talking to somebody who lives out there, which is kind of what inspired me to do the thumbnail for tonight, which never popped up behind me. But I want to head out there. It's Key West. And yeah, it's a 4.5 hour drive. But if they're seeing UFOs out there on the regular, I got to go. And what's cool about that, it's the Atlantic Ocean, not the Gulf of Mexico. Not the Gulf. However, the Gulf has them too. But, if I go to Pine Island like I'm going to, and throw the drone out there. I was on Google Maps today looking to see what's out there over the ocean. And to me, it looks like when I had my P900 camera with me one day, it looked like I could swear my life there were little tiny islands out there. So I get on Google Earth, and it's a little more detailed than Google Maps, in my opinion. So I go out to the pier that overlooks where the UFOs are. And a couple miles out are these outcroppings of rocks. But to me, they look like islands. But when you look on the map, it just looks like, you know, rocks. So I can't wait to see what's out there. And yeah, this is right here is the most southern point in the United States, 90 miles from Cuba. So yeah, you just keep going in this direction and you'll hit Cuba. So I saw this article. It says underwater UFOs display capability that jeopardizes U.S. maritime security, ex-Navy officer says. I believe that was Tim Gallaudet. I said, give me a break. Yes, they exist, but there are no reports of death by USOs from subs or Navy personnel. The USOs may get close to the ships/subs, but no collisions and no deaths. Ever reported, at least. Creating that theory of that threat assessment again. Never going to go away. Never. It's got to be part of the narrative. Forever. Why did To the Stars Academy give these materials to the U.S. Army? And why haven't we heard anything about them ever again? What is this? 3-minute video. This video is 6 years old, it says. And this was posted by Project Unity on X. I just want to see what it is.
It has the potential, if it ends up being real, has potential.
Oh, it's Tom DeShawn.
A, very dangerous that we have it, and B, shake things up.
Ah, dickhead.
I find it very interesting that there are people out there who absolutely are convinced that they've seen what they've seen. And for that reason, I'm willing to listen. And again, that doesn't mean run to the hills with your hand in the air screaming that the aliens are coming or aliens are coming. No one's even mentioned the word aliens. We're not talking about aliens. We're not talking about extraterrestrial life. We're simply saying that there is something out there in our airspace we don't control. We don't know what the hell it is. And so if it's not the eyewitness reports and it's not the videos and it's not the electro-optical data and it's not the electromechanical data, well, all right, how about material? Will that be enough? What you all are agreeing to do is to allow us, TTSA, to maintain temporary control of the material for the purposes of scientific analysis and research. And then I have additional protection here. I'm going to go ahead and make sure it's all lead shielded, RF, everything. We can continue to protect it rather than getting to fly home. I get to drive 18 hours now with this stuff. There's a little bit of an uneasiness about carrying this stuff around, not really knowing what it is, where it's from.
A counterintelligence dick who works for the government is worried about driving around with, well, literally nothing. He's just got some stupid shrapnel in his freaking car. I'm driving 18 hours, and I gotta be honest with you. Oh my God, I gotta be honest with you for once. I'm a little nervous. I'm driving around with these shards of I don't know what it is. Yeah, I know what it is. Bullshit. Oh, little Louie, you are an adorable human specimen of a chimp.
I think the possibility is exciting. Now, it could turn out to be a part of a alternator of a 1984
It could be a part of a la la la. Can't think of something. Got to be quick.
Cadillac. All right, you really never know. But I think we have to handle all these things as if they are.
We got to handle all the things. All the things.
But I think we have to handle all these things. But I think we have to handle all these things.
I thought it's all these things. All the things. All the things, Lou.
We have to handle all these things.
We got to handle all the things. Da-da-do. That's what I do. Da-da-do. Thanks, Lou. Boo-hoo, Lou. B-O-O-H-O-O.
As if they are legitimate. Hi, Lisa. Code 2. Repeat. Code 2. Have a nice day.
Code 2. Shut the front door, Lou. You're not in the army right now, dick.
I made it very...
Code 2, 10-4. Way to go. You gotta do that everywhere we go. We gotta keep our lingo alive. Because everybody understands what a code blue is or a code red. We all know what the codes are, but civilians don't know. We're a brethren of assholes in ufology.
Clear to the owners of the material.
God, I hate him.
That the material was going to be, analyzed from a physical perspective, physical properties, and then it was going to be looked at.
I just want to walk up to him and go, fuck you, midget. I can't stand this guy. No, I don't know how Amy did it. Amy, who's what, 6'1", when she was standing next to Lou, I could honestly see that he's 5'6". He's not 5'8". He's 5'6". Amy could have put him in her pocket. He was that small next to her. Round, very round, but very Cuban. Just like Lou Scamulus. You know Lou Angeles' new name? It's Lou Scamulus. I don't know, Scamulus. Lou Scamulus. Like Scambian? Scandalous. Scandalous. Ah, Lou Scandalous. There it is. That's your new name. Lou Scandalous. The scammer. The liar. The quitter. Try quitting food for a minute. All right, let's get back to work. Yeah, that's right. I fat shamed him. He deserves every bit of it. I got to show you something that's really... Whoa. And everything that Joe Rogan says about this is exactly what I thought too. What are you talking about? Well, what they can do now... I'll let Joe tell you. This is cool. This is scary, but this is cool. Everything Joe Rogan said, I thought so. I know it. Well, who cares? I know, right?
Do now is they can translate like Hitler's speech. They've got Hitler's speeches that Hitler gave in German. And you get to see it in English, and you're like, oh.
That I have worked, that I have advocated for you in these years. I have spent my time in service of my people. Now cast your vote, if yes, and stand up for me as I have stood up for you.
When you see those things, those speeches, I thought it was all like, we gotta exterminate the Jews. That's not what he's saying. And also, he's methed out of his mind. Like,
oh, really?
Oh yeah, Hitler's on all kinds of amphetamine.
Isn't that wild? I thought he was saying the same thing. We've got to exterminate the oops, you know? But all Hitler did was cry like a little bitch. I went to work for you. Now you work for me and vote for me. But he said it, you know, crazily. Crazy. What's that? Wait, what is that? Hey, check this out. In 3, back to third phase of moon. 1.
The air into the water and then back out again.
Next.
Here, take a look at this. We'll show
We
you the
saw
raw
this
video
yesterday.
right now. Original to the left, a little closer look to the right.
I've never seen anything like this. If this is remote control, if this, I really think this is real. I think this is a real bona fide UFO. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Oh my God, that is really bizarre, guys. It is. I thought about this after yesterday's show. And I'm like, you know what? I've never seen anything do that before. Go in the water and back out.
What the hell?
I'm going to look that up real quick.
Stay over there. Talk up to me.
It's so bizarre.
Taking a dip.
Such a good video.
I don't know what I am seeing right now. This is crazy. It went in.
I'm trying to look it up as the video's playing to see if I can find anything similar, and I did, but they're pictures.
That dude's in his window watching it too.
But it's not what these are balloons.
That big, whatever it is. I don't think. Way big.
I'll show you some comparisons in a minute. Thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. Hey, if you're listening in on the replay, I'll wait. For those of you watching on the replay, please subscribe.
So we're watching this. I'm going to get a close-up of what we're looking at. The snake blue UFO traversing in out of
this is weird.
A pond, Philadelphia. Again, we want to lock down the exact location, but people are speculating that this is some kind of biological UFO or maybe something that is local legend. Brent, your thoughts here?
Yeah, it's
What,
really
the
nice. There's no
A local legend like what? Like the Philadelphia worm? You know? What would they call this thing? What do they eat over there? It's the Philly flying cheesesteak. I don't know.
Yeah, hi. Everything we're looking at is real. The guy's fascinated. He doesn't know what he's looking at. I'm still wondering how could this be done? Could it be, Blake even brought this up when I showed it to him earlier. Could this be maybe a drone holding up some sort of LED lights on a fishing line, trying to maybe hide it out of camera at the drone and then drop this object into the water and lift it out?
That is a great, oh my God, what a great thought. That's what they're doing. That's why it looks this way. Frickin' A. Brent, you genius. That's what I think's happening. Let's take a look and see if that's...
I've never seen anything like this.
See, if you look over here, if this was being held by a line, it would hold its place right here. But it also might be swinging too. We don't see any swinging from the extended, I would have to say at least 15 to 20 feet. I mean, that's just what we see here, maybe 10 foot of space. So if this is on a fishing line from a drone, it would have to be probably 40 to 50 feet. This thing should be swaying, and it doesn't.
You know, the first thing
Does
my
it?
mind falls when I see this is
So, okay, so let's say it's a material. It's lit up with LED lights. They lower it into the water. Right? It would sink. But how does it not stay wet? Like, I don't know if I see any dripping water coming off of it. It's bizarre. Yeah, it just doesn't, it goes all the way in the water. Just the tip sticks out. And it looks like maybe there is something here. What is this thing? I see a dot right there.
way that it moves, it's almost like an inchworm. It reminds me of an inchworm, the way it kind of comes up.
Did we just see it flash? I just saw a flash right there. Watch. After she says it looks like an inchworm.
the way that it moves, it's almost like an inchworm. It reminds me of an inchworm, the way it kind of comes up at the
Oh,
end.
okay, it's not. It's the pixelating of the...
It's really interesting, and also that's bioluminescent in nature. You know, I don't know, just following up on what
Look, it's in the water for a good 5 seconds minimum.
you said, Brent. Like, it's interesting to me that the end of it will kind of come up almost like a creature. So I don't know how that could be faked, but what are your thoughts?
You know, again, it's hard to tell if you weren't there, but again, we're hearing the eyewitnesses, and I don't hear any kind of drone.
Yeah, and you see, this looks like there's something connected here. And Blake was just about to say he doesn't hear a drone. I didn't know there was sound to this video. With they're playing music and stuff, so I don't know what to listen for.
And we're hearing the eyewitnesses, and I don't hear any kind of drone in the audio here. I turned it up pretty loud to see if I could hear any buzzing from any prop propeller blades, but I didn't hear it.
Hey, and let me tell you something. I'll prove it tomorrow or the next day. When my drone is 400 feet above my head, I can hear it. They should be able to hear this thing. Okay. This is a true test. Unless the drone and the wire that's hanging from it, you know, hundreds of it's pretty weird, to be honest. What I was brushing off may be a legitimate sky worm, which I've recorded and have my own. Yeah, you guys have seen the video. Change color. It changed color. My sky worm went from red, white, and blue to orange, yellow, and then black. You've seen the video. How does that happen with balloons? Have you ever seen balloons do that? Me neither. Balloons don't change color. All right, back to the worm here. I got the worm.
Dr. J, your first impressions on this video.
Here we go.
One of the craziest videos I've ever seen, and it definitely looked real. Look at the reflection in the water.
Okay. Whoops, you son of a beep, you dummy Richie. Let's get back. First of all, I do think this is being carried. I think Brent was right.
Gonna get a close-up of what we're UFO.
Could this be done? Hide it. I've never seen
that it moves. It's almost like an inchworm.
It's hard buzzing from any. Your first impressions on this video.
Wait, I thought he was going to play it so we could hear it. Didn't he say we're going to play it?
The eyewitnesses, and I don't hear any kind of drone in the audio here. I turned it up pretty loud to see if I could hear any buzzing from any prop propeller blades, but I didn't hear it. Dr. J, your first impression.
What he just said here. Like we were about to hear it, and then he just forgets about it. Yeah, we turned it up for you here. Dr. J's going to tell us about it. Like, what?
Pretty loud to see if I could hear any buzzing from any prop propeller blades, but I didn't hear it. Dr. J, your first impressions on this video.
One of the craziest videos I've ever seen, and it definitely looked real. Look at the reflection in the water. I mean, look at the clear background behind it. I first obviously jumped in my mind was, is it like space snakes? Astronaut Story Musgrave talked about seeing them. People in the ISS talked about seeing them. But I've never heard of something that has like multiple individual lights. But clearly they're connected with this blue beam or, purple-ish beam, because they're, one light would be moving to the left, the other will be moving to the right, but so would the snake-like sort of stick. And the fact that it goes and touches the water and goes back up, I thought that was really crazy. I also started to think, is this like a spirit, like you mentioned, like some crazy folklore? I don't know. I think it might be biological.
It's interesting. We brought up the whole aspect of biological possibilities of, these UFOs actually being life forms. Again, the bioluminescent characteristic of it seems that it could be like a deep sea creature, deep sea water fish or something. But again, I'm still thinking that this is some kind of drone that you don't see in the shot. It's suspending something down into the water and lifting it up. It could be like a fisherman out there trying to bait some fish. It's a possibility. I'm not sure. I know a lot of drone is used in fishing nowadays, but
What? Fishing? That might be true. What if? Now hear me out. Yeah, Blake's got a good point. Maybe it's a new type of fishing that the luminescence of the object. See, we don't know what it is because it's lit up. So maybe there's little holes in there with meat hanging and the drone's going to drop this bait thing with lights and all the fish are going to see the light like moths to a flame. And they go rushing to this light. And then you hear the mother fish go, "Don't go to the light. It's a trap. Guppy, no, Guppy. What do you do? Oh, Gups. Oh, flounder. Come on, you guys. You know that's a trick. Get over here." How many times I tell you before? Do not go near anything that comes from the sky. It's a no good. If it's not from the ocean, it's a no good. Okie day, okie day. Okie day. Well, I like it because it's so weird. But I have one of these on video, but mine wasn't lit up. Mine was during the day. Check this out. This is the Cousins brothers. They put together Battle for Disclosure. You got to see this. I have no problem ever talking about this. This is just beauty for ufology. Take a look, take a list, and maybe you'll want this. See what I did there?
Here in Washington, it's 3 p.m.
Thanks,
We're
Chicky.
following a developing story. Could the military patrol?
I'm right here. We got all night. Hi-oh!
Well, you don't just have $2, $3, $10 trillion, man.
Dr. Queer.
We've given so far $171 million.
Most of the work being done on this are private corporations. Call this a hybrid entity that's neither strictly government nor strictly private. If these are extraterrestrials are real and they're getting here from another star system, they're not using 20th century or early 21st century technology.
Yeah.
People at the CIA call it WSFM, weird science and frickin' magic.
Are you ready for disclosure? Right now, the second issue, Battle for Disclosure, is available. Amazon, Kindle, download it, get the hard copy. It's quite incredible what's going on here. Dr. J?
Absolutely. You know, I want everybody to read this. You have to get both of them. I'm eagerly awaiting part 3. And let me tell you why you have to get both of them.
Why?
1, 2. Issue 1 is awesome. It lays out the framework of the story. The drawings are really spot on to what, and you guys are going to notice some surprise in there. But part 2, issue 2, not only steps it up a notch, it literally steps it up 10 notches. The part 2 literally will blow you away. So everybody out there, please take my word for it. You get issues 1 and 2 because issue 2 literally steps it up exponentially.
Absolutely. And Paula Asteri has been helping out in this series as well. And we're excited to bring it with you. Your thoughts on this whole process?
Yeah, you know, I've noticed a lot of the comments from people who have reviewed the book after purchasing it are the comment that, you know, it really mirrors a lot of things that are happening in reality right now in regards to disclosure. And it's really incredible, especially the different characters that come into it and how their agendas play out. It's very interesting. So you should definitely check it out if you want to know what I mean.
And how do we check out your channel, Apollo?
Oh, you just go to Apollo's Odyssey on YouTube. It's not Apollo, Apollo's Odyssey.
All right, we get it. I'll put the link to that in the show description. We still got more. Yeah, we started late tonight, so I figured I'd go 1 minute later. I want to play this for you. This is it's supposed to be the sound like a woman's voice recorded in the depths of the Pacific Ocean. When I listen to it, I'm not going to tell you. I want you to come up with your own. If I tell you, I don't want to influence you. I don't want to influence your what you might think it sounds like. But a woman's voice, supposedly, DLY, for those of you who wonder, supposedly, it sounds like a woman's voice. There. Okay. To me, that's an inside joke with somebody else. All right. Here it is. What do you hear in this NOAA hydrophone? Picked up a sound so loud it was heard in the entire Pacific region it came from. It is called Julia. Julia Gulia. Listen. Mommy! Does that sound like Julia? Right? Whip bop boo doo. That's what it says. It says that. Whip bop boo boo. Yeah, play it again. That's what it sounds like. Whip bop ba doo.
1999. NOAA headphones, hydrophones. It sounds so loud it was heard in the entire Pacific region it came from. It is called Julia.
Julia Gulia. Listen. It does sound like a woman. Oh, that is so creepy. Isn't it? You know, the creepy thing about that is they couldn't pin down exactly where the murmuring came from. But they said it was in the entire Pacific Ocean region, like where they were at hundreds of miles, square miles. It was picked up. Thousands of square miles, sorry. Saying only that its point of origin could have been between Brandfield Strait, which is a body of water that lies between South Shetland Islands and the tip of the Antarctic Peninsula, and Cape Adair in East Antarctica. Nor at the time could they offer a concrete explanation for what caused this sound. Inevitably, this uncertainly prompted a flurry of conspiracy theories, with misinformation swiftly spreading online. Some netizens, internet. Some netizens claim that photos taken from a NASA spacecraft, which they identified as Apollo 3345, showed a large shadow in the water at the time the sound was recorded. These theorists claimed that this mysterious shadow was twice as big as New York's Empire State Building. And yet they couldn't offer proof of this because the pictures were classified. Of course, rigorous online researchers swiftly pointed out that Apollo 3345 did not exist, and the whole hypothesis was utterly unfounded. Instead, the NOAA letter concluded that the most likely source of the sound was a large iceberg that had run aground off Antarctica. And indeed, Julia is not the first such enigmatic sound to be captured in the world seas. In 1997, a deep bloop sound was detected somewhere off the coast of Chile, again in the Pacific Ocean. And for years, it was the loudest unidentified noise ever heard underwater. As with Julia, Theories on its provenance abound, with some suggesting it was the result of a secret military exercise, and others questioning whether it had emanated from a giant deep-sea creature. Phenomenon. The noise? Who cares? Oh, you want to hear the bloop? Listen to the bloop. Bloop? Listen, that was loud, right? Check it out. Here's the bloop from 1990. Sure. Bloop. Bloop. Somebody took a doo-doo. Everybody goes poo-poo. If you're... Never mind. Hey, bloop up. Does that sound like an iceberg running into the ground? Bloop. 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 Quack. Wouldn't that be weird if it did that? Quack. The bloop is now formerly the #1 loudest sound ever recorded in the ocean, seas, and around. It is now #2. When you're no longer #1, you are most likely #2. And I mean that with all due respect. I'm so childish. And I don't care. Because I'm a 56-year-old man with his hair. And my neck, it was fine 2 days ago, and it hurts so bad today. Like, it just won't ever stop. The pain just won't go away. Calgon, take me. Okay, I'm going to play this. This has to be, in my opinion, one of the greatest insults, truthful insult. Like, you know what? It's the best thing I've ever heard on TV. And then second would be what I saw on TV, and that was the Will Smith slap. Can you believe that actually happened? All right, this actually happened on TV. They said this on TV. That's the title. But it's worth a listen. Don't go anywhere. Listen to this whole thing. It's 1 minute.
This clip going viral online of a dozen women being asked the following question: do we need men? Most answered very quickly, no. So why do you think that is?
Because men are useless.
Broadly speaking, I feel like men have proven largely useless. Like, I think in the political moment.
I mean, and by the way, I want to differentiate between straight men and gay men, because I think I would die without gay men.
Excuse me, the ABC network, which is hosting this show, would have canceled the show if it were a panel of men saying that women are useless. I see the producer right there. I wonder what you think about this one. Y'all would have called them misogynists, and the media would have destroyed the lives of those men. That's something to reflect on. And aside from that, everything you just said were emotional responses, but that's to be expected from a low IQ panel.
Wow. Is that not the greatest thing you've heard in a long time? I just found out about it. What a great statement. They didn't know what to say. Although I don't know how it was edited. But, well said. All right, that's it for tonight. I need to go to the store. I just remembered they close in 48 minutes. So I want to hang up. All right. I want to say thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Sorry I was late. Jeez, I can't believe it. I was so excited to be on time and everything, but it was a long day. Say a prayer for Shane Reed, and I'll let you know tomorrow if he's, he could use your prayers. And that's it. Thank you, moderators, super chatters, stellar again. And without you, there is no me. And that's why I like seeing newcomers here every night. We've gotten quite a bit of subs lately. I don't know where they're coming from, but thank you for subbing to GUFON. And if you're watching this show on the replay, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. Even though we do a show every night, but you never know. I'm putting stuff up, shorts and members videos. You don't want to miss out. And we'll see you tomorrow. We do it here every night at 7 p.m. What do we do? You say we do. We do truthology for ufology. For you. That's true. That is true. For you. This is all for you. Yeah, it's therapy for me. I tell you, I love doing it. We're going to take Jeremy Corbell and we're going to take him off his pedestal. That mofo has no business anymore in the field of ufology. I say we band together and ban Jeremy Corbell from speaking on anyone's platform ever again. But if you like him, then all right. Hey, you make up your own mind. Jeremy Corbell, you're a bad man. And I mean that, like, you're not good. You're bad for ufology. You need to go. He needs to go. Anyway, I can't. I just, it bothers me that he's here. And 9 times in a row, he's got the record. Nobody except Jaime Maussan will beat that record for evidence. As a matter of fact, I think Jaime's got the record. I think everything Jaime has ever shown us wasn't what he said it was. Most likely with all those years behind him, he's crushed Jeremy Corbell. But Jeremy Corbell is our guy, the USA guy. We got to do something. He's out of control. Out of control. They all are. They're out of control. They can't stop lying. It's almost like they get a thrill, like a cheap little thrill out of fooling all of us for the greater good. Like Jeremy Corbell said several times when he was questioned about the evidence he posted, he says, hey, if it turns out it's flares, okay, but hey, at least we're talking about it. And that's the most important thing, that at least we're talking. But with the foundation built on lies, how can we talk to somebody like that? How do we take that seriously? He built his house on a foundation of lies. Why? Nobody is that stupid. Nobody can be that wrong that many times in a row. That's not a coincidence. That's on purpose. And that's ruining us, ufology as a whole. Because other people who come in and look at Jeremy Corbell's stuff, they think it's the real shit because it's on the news. So they work together. Disinfo. Sad. Oh, after all the work that was put in, here comes Jeremy Corbell to rip it all down. Here comes Jaime Maussan. When times are good and things are slow, he's got to come running in with these doomy moomies that nobody else is allowed out of the country to examine. That's not a coincidence. That's tomfoolery. That is not transparency. That is conspiracy. That is a liar who doesn't want to give the evidence to the world. It's too important for this to stay here in Peru or Mexico. Where are we? We got to keep it here in the state. We're not going to give a toe to the American. We're not going to give a finger to France We're not going to give the earlobe to Avi Loeb. All right. Guys, we'll see you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. I got to bail. Ufology! Alien bless.
There's a good thing. It's rotating.
What was in the skies over and why did it sound like most treasured sites in Christianity?
Raise a glass to Richie G.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.